You can come in.
We're started. We just started.
Oh, we just started now?
Yes.
My dad's here. He's crashing. We just pressed live right now. You can say hi to no one. No one's here yet. To no one. No one's here yet. Is anyone here? Is David here?
No.
Are you having like a meeting or?
We're having a meeting with everyone on the internet.
We're still dropping half of the frames.
Why?
Let me stop it. We'll be right back. Well, now it's only dropping 10% of frames.
10% is better than half. You can hear my doggy walking everywhere.
Does it look like we're dropping 3%? Is that acceptable?
I think so. Oh, we're not live anymore.
No, we are live.
Oh.
We're trying to fix the issue with dropping frames that last time we had, because I was trying to stream at 30 megabits per second quality when your internet's really slow. That actually doesn't look bad at all. I'm gonna maybe even lower it a little bit more. So one more time, we'll be right back. Oh shoot. Okay, we're definitely public and definitely live, and this is the live just starting now. This is what actually will be public. We just had a couple test streams. I just need to make sure that they're not being published as videos on our thing. Oops.
Doesn't look like it. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. Yeah. Wait, that's not what I want. Okay, so we have a little different setup this time. There's a microphone in front of us, right here. You can actually see it. I would love if there was a lower thirds right here, and I did make one, and you saw it on the thumbnail. But I forgot to put it on this laptop, which is the streaming laptop. Great. The camera is really far away. We're using a different lens, but I think
it's raining. You might be able to hear.
And it's raining. Yes. But other than that, everything seems to be pretty okay.
Hello, everyone that's living. You're live.
And there's one person watching. Cool.
It's probably Daywood.
It's probably Daywood. All right.
Hi, Daywood. I'm Daywood.
Don't do that. Without context, that's really bad.
Oh, that's what he says. That's like his catchphrase.
Yeah. Okay, so
we have a few stories to talk to you guys about.
Yeah, we actually published the video for one.
Yay! We published one of the news videos. And we talked about how I got new glasses. I can finally see.
Because we recorded last week's video and we live streamed last week, but none of those videos are up because the video we couldn't finish in time. I couldn't finish in time. You finished your part.
I finished. I did my part.
Yeah.
I hosted it and I edited it.
But then I couldn't finish the rest in time. And then we did a live stream, but as I alluded to earlier, I don't know if that was during the test stream, I was trying to stream at a much higher quality than this internet can handle, and yeah, it didn't turn out great. There was like 80% of the frames were being dropped, but the audio was pretty good, which made me consider, like maybe what if we like make these into podcast?
We could.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But then we could just have our own mics and stuff.
No, I can't, because this is more. It's more of a visual thing. It's just like if you like don't have the time to watch it, you can also listen to it.
Isn't that what the WAN show is?
They do that as well, but they never promote it, and like they have very few.
But don't they?
Yes. They also put it on
as a podcast.
They also put it on as a podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
And but what if we also do?
Doesn't Wisecrack do that too?
No, not for all the regular stuff. But what if Phil does? But what if we do like Phil, and like also do the small shows as well in the podcast? I think that would be pretty interesting. Yeah. This whole new sound bring up to you.
First story.
Yeah, so one of the first stories I want to go over is the one about the Red releasing the new dragon sensor, which is actually not new. And the reason I want to go over this is
Khaleesi?
Huh? The reason I want to go over it is because it's not very obvious. Yes. Uh, and to me, it seemed very confusing, but maybe people that actually follow Red are not confused by it at all. But Red is very much like other companies that, namely Razer and Apple, that sometimes just make things very confusing by their naming schemes.
Why? It's just an iPhone. They have an
okay,
XS,
but like,
and they have an XR, and they have an X Mini, and they have an XL, and they have
well, actually, now they're
an
actually starting.
ex-girlfriend.
Now they're starting to actually kind of put some difference between the SKUs, but like think about not with the iPhones. The iPhones did done a pretty good job. You're right with that. But like all the MacBooks, it's just like
Yeah, I don't know
MacBook,
which-
MacBook late 2018, MacBook early 2018, and they're like all very different products. But like which one's which? It's just MacBook.
You either have the touch bar or you don't.
Oh, and then they confused everything with the touch bar, so now it's like MacBook, no touch bar, early year, season.
Wait, there's a whole line of
Yeah.
the same one.
Well, like so yours looks exactly the same like the newer one, but how do you differentiate the two? Is not one of
It
them
has
is
a
not
touch bar.
okay. The new ones have a touch bar as well.
Wait,
So
there was a new
if you-
generation after I got mine?
Yes,
Why didn't I wait?
because it came out like 3 months ago.
Oh, I couldn't wait that long.
Yeah,
Like, I needed it.
I mean eventually they were gonna put one out, but
Didn't you want me to check and see if it's streaming?
and there were like no
properly? Oh, you're
rumors or
doing
anything. Yeah, it looks fine.
that. Yay, we look fine. That's what I strive to look like, just fine.
It's a little blurry.
So was my life up until like the other day.
So, the thing. Oh,
Ooh.
sorry.
Ooh.
The thing with the Red is that they have a new. You know, everyone announced that they're like, there's a new Red camera, and it's the affordable Red, and you're thinking like, oh, it's gonna be great because
Affordable?
I mean, you know, compared to the
Isn't that the joke that I made? Like, I'll buy you one.
Yeah.
No.
But the sensor's not new at all. It's the same sensor they're using on the Raven X.
So why is it cheaper, Pablo?
It's not cheaper.
Then what the frickety frack?
That's the thing. And it's actually ooh.
Ooh.
Wait, let's go to Red. Did you know that Red owns Red.com?
I'm learning now as you type in red.com. Can they see what yours see?
I will share right now. So, see, like, okay, see, at least on their website, it doesn't necessarily say new. It just says the name of the product and, you know, it says the award-winning sensor. So, you know, like, it's not new.
Uh-huh.
Like, we're telling you it's not new.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, then why should they care? And it's like, oh, because now it has IPP2. I
I
did
got a
not like that
PP2.
joke.
Why? I have to
like-
PP too.
So if we go into their store, the Red store, you can see that they offer the DNC2 Brain now starting at 14,900, which is a new edition. And then they offer,
Would you like a Honda or a camera?
huh? Wait, did they?
Is that not the cost of like a
Oh, they took them out.
low Honda? What?
Interesting. Okay, so see, I was gonna talk about this. I was gonna speculate why they're doing this, and I was gonna talk about it like in very speculative things. So earlier this week, when they first put out the story, they were selling the Raven X and the what's the other one called? The affordable one, the actual entry level one.
I don't remember. I just read your
Scarlet?
script. Scarlet.
Oh wait, the Raven's the. It's so confusing. The Raven is the cheapest one. That one is the 4.5K,
Okay.
and it's like $9,000 just for the brain.
That's not that bad.
No, but except when you realize that you need another 5,000 to actually start shooting. But that's with all the Red cameras, so that's a completely different story. In any case, they were selling it on their website as a kit for 14,000.
Okay. Excuse me.
They were also selling the Raven. No, sorry, the Scarlet W, which is the same 5K sensor that's now on the DMC2.
Does that stand for the Scarlet Woman?
No. And that one was like $2,000 cheaper as a kit and as just a brain. But now, and I just realized I can't see this because we're covering. It's not here. They're, but now they're only selling the DNC2 brain, and the kit.
It's DSMC.
Whatever. So my speculation was they're doing this because they wanna. Okay, so a year ago, they would have like 20 cameras on sale. There was the weapon, there was the weapon W, there was the Epic W. There was just a ton of cameras that they would sell.
Do they provide an open carry license? Because it's a weapon.
and so at some point they're like, this is too much. We have too many products and they're all really similar.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to kind of like cut down on what we're offering to be more like Apple. It's like Apple now has more products than they need to.
Yes.
So my speculation was, oh, they're gonna get rid of the Raven and the Scarlet. They're just gonna get rid of them.
Okay.
And they did. And now it's not as confusing because now it's like, which one's the entry level? Oh, it's the 5K sensor on the Dragon, on the DNC2 Brain, which is also the only one they offer. However, they're still gonna, and watch this. B&H photo.
Why do they name them after like mystical like animals?
I don't know.
Like, I'm the one-eyed raven.
Red cameras.
Dragon. Oh, those are both from Game of Thrones.
Is it? I
The
mean,
one-eyed
Red's been.
the one-eyed raven and like dragons in general. Just
I mean, Red's been
dragons.
around more than.
I don't think so. No. Game of Thrones has been around a very, very long time. The show, not so much, but the books, very, very long
I mean,
time.
maybe. So look, in B&H, they're still offering the Raven, and it's still 9,000. And they're still offering the Scarlet W, which is 12,000. And then there's the Kid, the Raven Kid. Yeah, so they're still offering everything else. I mean, not the 20 other ones they had. And at some point, they're going to pull this off the shelves. I'm sure they're not making them anymore.
Do they have shelves?
Yes. I mean, you can't... Actually, they have a store in
like, is
in
there
New
a
York.
red store where you
No,
can
no,
just
no.
go
Well, I'm
buy
talking
a
about-
red?
I'm talking about B&H,
Oh,
which is a camera store
yes.
in New York that we bought several things. You bought your camera there.
Yes.
Anyways.
We went to New York and bought it.
What was I saying? So they're still offering them. I'm sure they'll pull them off eventually off the shelves. But for now,
I'm cold.
they're still there. Now, let me move my arms.
I'm cold.
But I need to be vocal.
What?
Oh,
What?
I thought that was the bag. I was like, why is the bag just in there?
It's my jacket. It's keeping my back warm.
So
Because I'm really cold.
So here's the thing. It was the same sensor on the Scarlet W, which was their like second line of the entry level.
Okay.
So it looks like they're getting rid of the 4.5K because in my opinion,
Toss that
I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't follow Red as much because they're so expensive and it's kind of like that unattainable thing that kind of like why bother. That is the dog moving behind us.
That's my doggy.
I actually don't know how much they can actually hear that because we didn't do a sound check with that noise. But when we used the other microphone, it was terrible. So the 4.5K.
Yeah.
Our camera, which is
That one?
yes, the RSA, the one we're actually using for this, that one does 4.6K.
Uh-huh.
And now it's like $3,000. Actually, let's see how much a new one's going for. Let's see how much a new one's
That's really
going for.
cheap.
Ursa Mini.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
no,
6,000.
it's-
Okay. So still 6,000.
Wait.
Yeah, wait. Oh, that's the upgrade. That's if you turn on the camera. Okay, but this is the Pro. Are they not selling the Mini anymore?
It's not. They're not selling it anymore. They still can't see what you can see.
Good point.
Share your screen, man.
Okay, so let me go back. We're looking for the Ursa pricing, and the Pro is $6,000, which makes sense.
Makes sense.
But the Mini 4.6K, I don't see it other than in packages, which is still like $6,000. But now you get
All the junk.
yeah, like a shoulder
All the
mount
fun stuff.
and the EVF,
Eyepiece.
which is like $2,000 on its own. I mean, here's the
Is
one.
it really?
Yeah. Hear this with. Is this it? Does this come with the EVF? I don't know. It might not. Wait. No.
Specs.
I thought there was like a what's in the box type thing. I don't know.
Oh man, what's in the box?
I'm not
You
sure,
don't know where
but
that's from either.
no, I'm not sure. But if it comes with the MUF, that's a pretty good deal because I mean that's essentially $3,000. So this is a pretty cheap camera that has. People say that the Raven is like a little bit better, but is it double the price better? Probably not. So it kind of makes sense to me that they're taking that offering away. Although part of their whole business model is also that they offer upgrade paths.
Did you say upgrade paths?
Yes.
Like a path?
Yes.
Okay.
But that was also really confusing because the Raven almost never had an upgrade path. You essentially had to trade it in because the processor inside the Raven was so like watered down that it couldn't handle the bigger sensors. So now that everything they're offering is on the DSMC2 brain, when you just buy the cheapest one, which is now 14,000, and it seems like a lot, but now when you're able to buy that, and then 2 years you want to upgrade, you just send them the camera, and they'll just swap out the sensor for something better.
Oh.
That's the whole point of having it DSMC. That's the whole point of the DSMC2 brain. And that's why.
I don't know if I like that or not.
And that is why. Let me show the screen again. That is why they're only offering that in their store now. And like when you click on it, then you get to choose what sensor you want. So it's the same processor, same body, the sensor's different. I want that one.
You want a Monstro 8K woman?
That's... How come every time I've looked at this, I always thought those were two V's?
That's a W. That's what a W is.
No, but I understand that.
Why
but
isn't
also,
it just called a double V?
I don't know.
Because a W would be like a swoopity swoop.
Sweepy soup.
Scoopty poopty whoop. Alright, that was all fun and dandy, but can we move on to something more interesting now?
I think that is as interesting as it gets. That's
disappointing.
That big old red. And I mean, they ruined my surprise because I was like, I'm onto them. And then they're like, yeah, that's what we're doing. They also mentioned at some point that in some article that they're going to offer an upgrade path for Raven people to upgrade to the
Raven
5K.
people?
To upgrade in
Can
January.
they fly?
It's going to be like a 1 week window. And I think it's more so a trade-in than an upgrade.
Can you hear the rain?
I don't know.
It's really loud.
It's fine. Let's not worry about that.
Okay.
The good news is we haven't dropped any frames. The bad news is our stream looks like a potato.
We're holding all the frames like this.
Do you want to check on your phone how the stream looks?
Sure. I only have 20% battery.
I'm still sharing the screen. Oh no, let me stop sharing the screen. Cool.
Let's move on to the next one.
Let's move on to the next one. Well, make it big.
You have to do the thingy.
Why?
Cause I don't like it.
You know that's like a thing that just girls don't like that.
I have my screen locked.
You know who else? Okay, but like you know who else has that problem?
Way.
You know who else has
I
that
don't
problem?
like when you turn it and it's like that.
You know who else has that problem?
Who?
Linus and his wife. It's like every time she hands me like a picture, I go to turn it. No, Linus. Well, also you. He's like, I go to turn it, and then like I just lose my mind.
Why? All you have to do is swipe up and unlock it, and then you can do whatever you want. I just don't like when it's always off, because like I don't want that to happen all the time.
What was that? Cable? It's okay.
Nothing.
Okay, so other things we talked about, the Rodecaster Pro, we don't care about that. I do care about it, but not enough to talk about it. I think it's a
Okay.
great product. I wish it was a little cheaper, and
Let's talk
I
about
wish it had more things.
let's talk about the selfie museum.
Oh, you want to talk about selfie museum? I mean, there's not much to talk about.
There's a museum where you can go take selfies.
Yeah,
Cool.
there you go. You talked about it.
Can they see the screen?
A little bit. So, a museum up in Hollywood where you can go
Hollywood.
and take pictures of yourself with art next to you. You never got to see this, huh?
No, I only saw it when you published the video, and I
Yeah,
was like, oh,
and you
cool.
didn't see much of it, but like, see, they have like emojis and
Fun rooms.
I don't know what this is.
It's like an optical illusion
Yeah.
room type thing. That one is more like an optical illusion.
I like
That's
this.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest fears. Is that my reflection
That
is going to
you'll-
do something different. I
That you'll
know.
look in the mirror and it'll be someone else.
Yeah, or like like my reflection is going
Because
to start doing
that's just
something
straight up
that I'm
someone
not-
else.
I know, but it's
Way
that
to
like
go.
my reflection will start doing something that I'm not doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's David.
Who?
That's the statue of David.
But yeah, I wonder if they.
Oh, that's cool. That freaked me out for a second. I was like, "What am I look?" Ah,
Oh, because you thought it was like a
yeah. That's
It's
pretty cool.
it's $25 for adults and 25 for.
Oh, you have to pay?
Yeah.
That sucks. I don't like that. I don't like paying for stuff.
How else do you think they make money? Apparently, it was a pop up in Glendale, and then they found a permanent home in Hollywood with all the freaks. I mean, people we like.
We're in Hollywood.
No,
We work in Hollywood.
not you. That's North Hollywood.
Same thing.
Cool beans. What else is there?
Cool beans. You want to heat them up? You want to put them in the microwave? Don't eat them cold. That's nasty.
Oh, so I actually named this. I named this live stream about the red, and I also said like, is the Megapixel Wars coming back? Are they coming back?
What does that mean?
A couple years ago, it was a thing when the A7R first came out. It was the first like over like 30 megapixel camera available ever, and then Nikon had the 810. I actually don't know the timeline. I think the 810 might have come out first, but that was the 34 megapixel, and then the first A7R was 32. Then the A7R2 came out the next year, and that was 46. That's the one we have. And then Canon was like, we're gonna do, what is it, 50? Yeah, I think it's 50 or 52. And then they released the what do they call it? The 5DSR? Yeah. I think so. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But they released like a 52 megapixel, and everyone was like, "Oh no, now what?" And that's where it stayed. It wasn't a great camera. It can only do like 3 frames a second and continuous, and it was. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just all right. The dynamic range wasn't as good as the
Hey,
Sony,
Zuko,
and
please stop.
but they got to take home the crown of like most megapixels in the camera.
Okay.
So then last week we got rumors of Sony coming out with a 60 megapixel sensor in like full frame,
Here
because
comes my
they've
dog.
also been releases for
Please don't throw up.
is he on frame? Oh, he is in frame.
This is my dog. I love him very much. He is making. Can you? What's the matter? Continue.
He's in frame.
I'm in my happy place. What is wrong?
I'm gonna freak out if he throws up.
No, he won't.
Okay, don't boop the microphone.
You boop. Boop it. Boop.
I think they can really hear him. Like, I can't.
Zuko, do it again.
No, don't do it again. Just please go away.
No, don't leave. He's so cute. I love you.
Yeah, I can hear it. Oh no. I would say throw the toy, but then it's gonna get too excited.
Then he's gonna bring it right back.
Yeah.
And the toy's all the way over there. Go get it, Zuko.
No, go to one of those. Oh, there you go. All right. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. I was on a train, and now it's lost.
You left the train.
Uh, right. So then Sony. We got rumors that Sony is gonna release. That Sony is gonna release a 60 megapixel sensor. Then we got more details about it. We didn't talk about any of the news because it's not. It's like very technical information. There's nothing really to add other than like, oh, it's actually very possible that they are gonna do that, and it is gonna be capable of reading out in 8K. But whether they're gonna use that on the next A7S2 or A7R4, they say A7S2, A7S3. They might use like a stripped down sensor of the 36 one for the S. They'll probably use a stripped down version of the 60 for the R4, but the same reason why there was an upgrade when they switched the sensor, the same sensor to the newer brain in the red. For that same reason, they wouldn't be able to record 4K right away. Because in these like really small cameras, the Sonys, there's no way they have a processor that's efficient enough and can be cool enough to record 8K. I mean I don't know if you know this, but
Too much, too complicated.
I don't know if you noticed this, but like the Reds have 2 fans.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, and ours is a fan too.
Remember when we went to VRLA and we saw that whole like a wall of Reds?
Yeah, it was. What was it? Because it was like a.
It was the 360.
Was it a 360 or like was it to scan you? I don't know. Anyways.
It was like a dome.
Oh.
And there were like Reds all over. It was VRLA, so it was for virtual reality, you know, purposes. They're probably making like a virtual reality world of some sorts, but it was pretty cool. That freaked me out. That was the first time I like really saw a Red up close, not just like in a picture or like it's over there, like up close. Mm-hmm. And there was like 100 of them. It's great.
All right. Anyways, so that's the thing. The wars are back. And then there was a rumor this week too that Canon is gonna release a 75 megapixel camera.
Ooh.
And they're gonna call it the EOS R.
Ooh.
And to anyone that knows anything about Canon, they might realize that there's already an EOS R. Maybe they'll call it EOS RR. I don't know. They really messed up. Why did they call their normal camera EOS R? I don't understand. The normal mirrorless camera. But I don't know. Hopefully it's good. Competition's good. Sony's been kind of sliding through for a little bit.
You don't want to get another Canon?
No.
I do.
There's actually a video by Michael Sasser, you know, the boudoir photographer.
Yeah.
He made a video about why he thought like, oh, now that the Canon has a mirrorless camera, now I can probably switch back. Because one of the things he loves about the A9, which is the one he switched to, is that it has no blackout. So when you're shooting continuous, there's no, you know how there's like that black frame? Mm-hmm. There's none of that. You just see it continuously throughout. So Canon actually put, for marketing purposes, they said, our camera has no blackout too. And what it is that it just shows you the picture you took for like that 1 second until it's done, until the shutter's done closing and opening. So the result is you get this like stop motion thing of what's going on. Mm-hmm. And for him, when he's actually trying to like keep things in frame, it's like horrible. And it like did not work for him at all. And it might work for some people. One of the comparisons he did though was he actually showed how in the A7R3, which apparently he also got, there is the blackout, obviously, because it's a mechanical shutter. But it's so much, because it takes so much processing power to actually show you the picture you just took. It happens so much quicker to just show the black screen that he can actually keep things in frame. Mm-hmm. Because you're just losing that one frame. But when you're trying to show the last picture until you take the next one, now you're getting stop motion. So interesting that they like essentially did this for marketing purposes and it ends up being worse.
Like trying to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed, really.
Yeah, because it would have been fine if they just left it black. But because they wanted that in their box, now it's not great. Anyways, let's
What's next?
yeah, next story.
How long have we been on?
It's a great question. I think I'll say on the live dashboard. It does not. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. Oh, we've been on for 30 minutes.
All right, we can do another couple stories. I'm surprised Sammy hasn't called me yet.
Yeah, there's some I wanted to, because that's okay. So that's all the old news that we went over on the.
I'm so cold. I'm freezing.
That's some of the old news we went over on your thing. There's
Do you
really
have any new stories?
yeah. There's two new stories that I want to talk about. One seems really like oh my god, but it's actually nothing. The other one is a little more interesting. I think you'll be more into it. I don't know much about it other than the headline. Actually, I did watch Phil DeFranco talked about it, but Tumblr.
Put it so they can see.
Good point. The tumbles.
I mean, would I put my tea in to go?
Is that what Tumblr is?
It's called a tumbler, yeah.
Oh.
It's like a mug.
Tumblr is going to ban all adult content, including artistic nude.
Damn it!
They're basically going with like Facebook rules of like you can't have any sort of like, even like implied stuff
That
is gonna be.
I mean, I don't really use Tumblr that much anymore. I used
But
to
it was-
a lot, but I never used to use it. For
Yeah,
that. I would use
I've
it
never
for, like-
used it for that, but I know that Tumblr, like a lot of photographers have blogs on Tumblr because there's no restrictions on stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
And it's been, for better or for worse, and you can probably argue for worse, it's been kind of like the haven of anything goes there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that. I mean, Twitter is kind of like that.
But you can't really have like a blog, like a
Yeah.
photography blog.
True.
So again, for better or worse, it's been like that, and there's so many problems with Tumblr. But recently it was banned from the Apple Store because it features adult content, and you can't have that in the Apple Store. And also, and apparently this is something Phil talked about in November. It was discovered
Sorry.
that there's like child pornography on it because it's so loose. So it got banned from the Apple Store, and now they're trying to just kind of fix everything with
Jesus. Well, there's some on YouTube.
what?
Like, I mean,
Oh, but it's not like. I mean, I'm
it's
guessing
not
that's
straight
yeah.
like that, but it's like very questionable
Yeah,
stuff.
but I mean, yeah, that's probably everywhere. It's not really a point. I mean, the point is, so like, okay, so the thing is, there are these like very bad things on the platform. Is the solution to just ban everything?
No.
But then the big question is, how do you control?
You control it. It's your platform. You see what's on there and what's not. I understand if it's like just straight porn.
Okay,
like
but,
there's
like-
nothing artistic about it and
But
it's
do
just
you
grotesque.
realize?
Fine. If
And-
you don't like
okay.
it on your platform, get rid of it. But there's an
Okay,
there's
Tumblr
an
to a
art
lesser-
to like
Tumblr to a
artistic
lesser
nudes.
degree.
What?
Tumblr to a lesser degree.
Oh.
But this is actually something we should have talked about a long time ago. This could be like exemplary of what could happen if Article 19 passes. You know what Article 19 is? Do you?
I read. No.
No. So Article 19 is the proposal in the EU to hold platforms accountable for any content that's on it, even what's it called? User-generated content.
Okay. I have heard of it. I just didn't know that that's what it was called.
Yeah. So user-generated content has to adhere to copyright rules. Let's go back to the camera.
Things are getting too complicated. I miss the days of YouTube where it was like, let's get some shoes.
So, in that proposal, the text is very vague right now, and it doesn't say what the punishment will be, and it doesn't say how strict they have to be about it. It just says, in good faith, if every platform is trying to keep things in control. then it'll be fine. But then it says, it doesn't specify a punishment for it. It's not. Now, the EU has been known to be very to kind of take those vague rules and kind of push them when it's convenient for them. So, maybe nothing. Maybe nothing will happen.
Influence.
Maybe nothing will happen right away, but as soon as, like, one of the platforms, say YouTube, say Tumblr, gets hit with, like, no, you have too much copywritten content on your site, we're gonna fine you $13 billion. And you might say, why that amount? I don't know, because that's what they fine Google for having an Apple store, an App Store, like, pre-installed on their phones.
Did you hear that?
I don't know.
I haven't eaten all day. That's what that was. I'm pretty hungry.
But as soon as they do that, then, like, that will happen. They'll, to try to fix it, they'll just be like, all right, no more user-generated content. Because how do they fix it?
Imagine if that happens to YouTube.
They upload like 60,000 hours of video every, like, hour on YouTube. Yeah. So, like, how? Because your argument was, like, just monitor. It's your platform. Just look at it. How do you want someone to look at it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an issue. That's why they fall through the cracks, because there isn't someone to sit and, like, it's not physically possible. Can't be.
Especially for Tumblr. Like, I don't even know how Tumblr makes money.
I have no idea. Do they have ads?
I don't think so.
Do they run ads? I don't know. I haven't been on Tumblr since, like, 2012.
That's a great question. How does Tumblr make money? Yeah, well, that's
interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but I still don't think the solution is to just shut everything off completely.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
It's just difficult to... I mean, the solution would be for Tumblr to not be a free platform, because then they will have the money to kind of, work on something that's more reasonable. But that's kind of a struggle too with if Article 19 happens. Oh, I need water. No, don't leave me. That's kind of the struggle if Article 19 happens. The YouTube said that they'll probably have to just sort of ban the EU from accessing channels, like user channels. That's crazy.
I'm freezing.
Hashtag, what's it called? Fuck. Oh no. What's it called? Hashtag protect my internet? Save my internet. Save your internet? I don't know.
My internet sucks.
Everyone just Google Article 19 and be more informed about it and blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Anything else you have to add?
I'm cold and hungry.
Okay, don't do it. Anything else you want to add?
4 and 6 is 10. I added. Bless you. Hello, one viewer. How are you? Can you send us a message? Tell us who you are.
Okay, let's go with the last story. I guess we'll cut it a little short this time.
I didn't see anything yet. It's probably lagging.
So,
I'll check back in a second.
Photokina 2019.
Photokina.
Photokina is the world's largest photography trade show.
Trade show, you say?
And it normally takes place every 2 years. Companies tend to announce, like, their big products in Photokina. There was rumors that the A7S III was going to come out in Photokina this year. What's in my throat? I don't know.
You want me to go get water?
Wait, don't do that.
I'm
That's
sorry.
right in front of the microphone. But now there's news.
I'm going to go get you some water.
Oh, okay, wait. And then this year they announced that Photokina was going to turn to a yearly show. It wasn't going to be every 2 years. It was going to be every year. And they were going to move it dates to...
Let them see.
I want to announce the thing. But now there's news that 2019 is gonna be canceled. Do do do.
It's wah wah wah.
Smart enough. And the reason is a little bit less interesting than you probably hoped. Normally it takes place in September.
Septiembre.
But they're gonna move it to May, and because there's only gonna be 7
Nice.
months between 2018's photo key and 2019's, they're like, oh, that's not enough time to really do it, so they just canceled it. Don't move like that. The microphone catches everything. So they just moved it to 2020, and then from then on it'll be every year.
2020.
And then from
It's like
then
the
on,
vision I don't have.
and then from then on it'll be every year, in May. That's it. Literally, like, nothing too crazy. Just bleh.
So the news today is pretty bleh, like the weather.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about other than that. What are you even up to?
Sleeping.
Okay,
what I do
stop
best.
moving like that.
Taking care of my dog. He got a spider bite in between his toes, and apparently it was pretty bad. Because he was rummaging where he shouldn't have been. Zuko.
Don't do that.
Did you hear that?
I meant don't call him, because then he'll like...
No, he won't call him unless he won't come unless I actually call him. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Okay.
So why were we late with the news?
Oh, so much was happening today.
We said we would publish... Oh, yeah, today we were late, but...
Today was like super hectic. Like, the hospital was involved and the vet was involved, like, for different reasons. And, like, workplaces for other people were involved. So many things were involved. Speaking of which, I have to order food for my family now.
Great.
Yeah.
But no, I was saying, so the new show is supposed to go up...
Oh.
Not every, but...
On Tuesdays.
Around the weekend.
Oh, it went up on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I swear I didn't mean that.
Well,
oh, that was so perfect. Because the song is going up on Tuesday.
No, I get it.
I don't know if you got it or not. That was pretty funny. Good job, me.
If there were people watching, we would take questions and stuff, but there's no one here.
Oh,
it's David.
You're rummaging. You're bleh. Thanks, David.
What? When did we
I
say
just
that?
said he was rummaging through stuff he shouldn't been.
Oh. Tsuko.
Yeah.
All
right. Is there anything else?
I think he just sat and watched the whole stream.
I think he did. He's a good friend.
He's like working though. Like he's supposed to be setting up with Lindell for the shoot.
Go get back to work, David. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna leave soon. Right?
Yeah. There was as soon as I opened today, I noticed that there was a comment on our video for the Mosa.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a guy asking, which would you recommend between the Mosa Air and the Mosa Air 2? Or would you recommend the Shinyun Crane 2? It's for church use and making videos. Oh, it's for church use and making videos. I'm a beginner in the gimbal world. Thanks in advance.
I recommend getting a Ronin.
Huh. That is not a bad...
If you can afford it, just get a Ronin. That's what I say.
So the Mosa Air 2 is $599. Pretty good price. The Mosa Air is probably like $399. Oh, $369.
It's not bad.
They fixed a lot of the issues ours has.
Mm-hmm.
Like the handle's now better. The stand that ours broke. And
our stand broke like the day we got it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like we tried to put a bunch of weight on it. It was like the weight that they said.
No, it was like I tightened it and then like it snapped off. That's how it happened.
Silly.
And then
my stomach's
like
making a lot of noise.
that junction thing right there.
Mm-hmm,
They can't see. the junction to put the other handles is also a lot better. I would not recommend it. But how much is the Ronin 2? Let's see.
A lot.
Is it?
Isn't it?
The Ronin S? $749.
Oh. Which is the one that's like $2,000.
The Ronin 2.
That's you just said how much is the Ronin 2?
I meant Ronin S.
Oh.
Because that's the comparable one. Between the three.
Wait, this one is comparable to the Moza Air 2.
Yeah.
If you can afford it,
know.
go with the Ronin. But if
Why
you're
do you
on
say
a
that?
budget, because like there are certain
Just brand recognition.
no,
Just like Apple, don't you?
Apple works with Moza.
No, oh. No, I mean just never mind. You think of it.
Oh, because Ronin is the brand name.
Yeah. Like
It's
you
just-
just always get the iPhone.
I don't always get the iPhone. I had a Samsung for 2 years and I hated it.
Exactly.
I tried it. I had other
my point,
laptops
I guess my
before
point
I
is
got a
like,
Mac.
and I don't know if we're gonna watch this and stay to the end, but we haven't tested either of them.
You know
they're
what I
both-
really want? A monopod.
Why?
I know, and you don't agree with me on any of it. There's
No,
so
I mean-
much you can do with it.
I
There's
think-
so much you can do
I
with it.
think
I
it-
really want one.
There's a lot we can do with it. I don't think anything we do right now requires one.
I just want one.
That's how we ended up with a drone we barely use.
We don't barely use it. Oh, by the way, I got a phone call today about using a drone for a gig.
Okay,
Talk
let's
about it later.
we don't need to talk about it on the stream. But yeah, you should probably look at other people's reviews. They're both great. Depending on
I'm just saying, for equipment, something that's going to carry your equipment, something that's going to get you the shots that you want, I think it's worth it if you can afford it to get the better option.
well, there's no why do you think it's better?
Because it is.
You don't know that the Air 2
You
can
do.
carry more. It's like a little bigger. Yes. The only thing that the S has is the like
can stand
modularity
it
on
on-
the side, huh?
You can put it down. That's one of their selling points, is you can just put it down because it has a little stand.
That's a selling point because all the other Ronins you can't. You have to have a hanger. But you've been able to put down
A
the most
hanger?
that you can put down.
Like a coat hanger.
You can put down any gimbal. It's just the older Ronins you couldn't.
You put it down, you can kill it.
But yeah, they're both great gimbals. I would say maybe look for some reviews. The Ronin S has more modularity. The other one can carry more weight. But they're both pretty great, I would say.
Do you want them to see what you're saying?
The Air 2 has access to a follow focus motor too. So that's something you need. Maybe you go that route. I don't know if the S has it. I think it might because they. And then Shinjun, they're also great, but I've never had one. I've just heard good things about it. Unfortunately, you kind of just have to look at other reviews. But with that said, if you're on a budget, $369, that's pretty good for the Mouse Air 1, because that can still carry like 8 pounds now.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. And if you are just doing it
And-
for church,
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and you're a beginner,
That's what I was
Here-
just gonna say.
here's the problem with here's my biggest problem with the first one. There's no quick release plate, so actually adjusting
Yeah.
like actually mounting it is not as simple as on the newer ones. So if you have the money but you're like, oh, I don't need the fancy one because I'm just doing occasional, I would still get the other ones because they're so much easier to balance now.
The Air 2. Is that what you're
Or
saying?
the Ronin. I think the
Mm.
Ronin still has, I don't know if it has a quick release plate. But then also the
that would be
the-
great
the
if
handle?
ours had that.
not the handle,
This
the yaw. Okay, tilt. Is that yaw? I think yeah, the yaw axis is offset, so you can actually look at the screen on your camera. So unless you have like a Canon with the flip out screen,
Yeah.
you probably also want the new one.
Another reason why I like Canon.
And with that, we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, we're so incompatible. I'm Apple and Canon, and you're Sony and Samsung.
Remember when I was such a diehard Canon, and you were like, "Oh, why? Like, let's just try
Yeah.
something else." And now, like, no,
It's
I
not.
don't want
It's
to go
not that
back.
I'm against it. I have Sony cameras. Like I love it. I absolutely love it. I just miss Canon sometimes. You know
But
what
the-
I miss about Canon? The battery life.
Oh, that's
The
a good point.
sweet
But
battery life.
the new Sony's fixed that.
Did they? Did you
Yes.
see how many Sony batteries we own just
Yes.
to get through the
Our
day?
small ones, but the new ones they fixed it.
Okay, but are we just gonna buy new cameras now?
You're suggesting we buy a new Canon?
But we're not going to.
Oh, other news that we really need to. She just wanted what?
What?
Someone said she just wanted. I don't know.
Are you trying to be dirty?
Anyways, other news we didn't talk about. DPreview named the A7 III the camera of the year for 2018.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
DPreview
DPreview.
named the A7 III camera of the year.
Nice. The one we don't have.
I don't see no Canon being camera of the year. That's all I'm saying.
Canon is camera of the year in my book.
I don't know why you become such a Canon defender.
I just miss it. My first camera ever was a Canon.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying, they have things that I don't.
Like what? Great color. All of the lenses that we own are Canon.
Sony did a color science test, a blind color science test, and Sony won. By far.
You said Tony did.
Tony
Northrup.
Yes.
I know. I saw it.
Yeah. So Canon color is not an actual argument.
But I like it.
Let's go through the
I'm not
awards.
completely against anything. Like I'll try a Fujifilm.
You're just
I'll try a
fighting me
Panasonic.
on it, though.
I'll try. I'm not fighting you. I'm just saying that I miss Canon sometimes.
Okay.
Jesus.
Let's go with the DP awards DP review awards because why not?
DPreview.
Let's see what's best accessory. There's 4 of them.
A nice gold bracelet.
Wait, who won? I'm confused.
Are they not out yet? I need to
I'm so confused. Let's work. Wait, which one won? I'm confused. That'll help me.
What do you need help with? What are you
Which
looking
one
for?
won? So this is our favorite gear, the peer review awards. Best accessory. Who won? There's 4 products here. And the runner-up is the My Passport. So which one won?
I don't know.
I'm confused. Will it tell me on the next page? Oh. Here it is. The backpack one. That's interesting.
I can see why.
I don't care about backpacks at all.
No, I actually really want a nice bag for my camera gear.
I do too, but here's the thing. And Maddie I don't know his name.
Travel feels.
Yeah, he was talking about he was talking to he shares the office with Peter.
Peter McKinnon.
He was like, "What's the one thing you regret buying the most?" And they both agree it's camera bags. They're like,
really?
Yeah, they're like, when we get it, it's like so exciting. You're like, I'm gonna use this every day. I'm gonna use this occasion, and then it just ends up in the closet.
Huh.
And that's happened with every bag I bought too.
I feel like if
And-
I had,
and I
a
bought-
camera bag, like a backpack bag, I would use it all the time.
And I bought like cheap bags, but
You know why? Because you can't put anything else in it.
oh, she just wants the Canon. That's uncanny. Panasonics are great. I would own a Panasonic.
That's funny, Ollie.
I kind of want to, but
I think
it's just that small sensor.
my first
With that
camcorder
said-
when I
with
was
that
like
said-
a
wait.
kid, like my dad just gave it to me. I think it was a Panasonic. It was like one of the little flip outs. It was like
Panasonic's
you're
doing
doing
great
great, sweetie.
Panasonic's doing great stuff. I love Panasonics. I kind of wish I had one, but I don't. Because Panasonic's kind of like similar to Sony in that one of the things I love about mirrorless is that you can adapt the lenses. So like we can adapt the Canon lenses that we already own to all the Sonys, but then and we have the Ursa, which uses Canon lenses.
Yeah.
But these lenses are made for full frame.
Mm-hmm.
So then going to the Panasonic, which is Micro Four Thirds.
We did a whole video about this.
Did we?
About the adapter.
Oh yeah. Going back to the to Micro Four Thirds, we would need to buy that extra adapter, the Metabones XL, and then I don't know. I kind of
That sounds dirty.
Metabones XL.
Yeah.
A little bit. No, I would love to give them a try. They said they were gonna come up with a full frame camera. Maybe that'll pique my interest. Let's go back to the awards.
I think we should leave soon.
I think we should. Let me just go over the awards. Ooh, this is interesting. Video accessory, the best video accessory. Look, the Ronin S was the runner-up.
Hey.
And this. Okay, wait. Let's do this. Which one do you think won? I think the Ninja 5 won because there's so many cameras. The new Nikon mirrorless, the Panasonic have great, like absolutely amazing. Oh, actually, the Panasonic can now record internally too. But they all have video outputs that are amazing. And I think that's what Sony A7S III might have. Like 6K output. That would be amazing. And then something like the Ninja 5, which is just, I mean, the Ninja 5 can, yeah, even the Ninja 5 can do 5.6K on the new Panasonic EVA. It's amazing. So this 5-inch monitor can record 5.6K, more than ours on a Super 35 sensor, which I didn't think the EVA was going to be able to do, and I didn't think much of it when they released it, but it turned out to be a great camera, which is just getting better. But all right, DaVinci Resolve 15. Oh, that's also good.
I want that one to win just because I can relate, because that's what I use.
I vote the Ninja 5 or Resolve 15.
I vote Resolve just because.
Because
my guy.
because you know why they might win.
Ween?
Yeah, you know
why
why
might they ween, babe?
you know why Resolve might win?
Huh.
Because they have they essentially just
Great
gave
software.
yes, but essentially they just gave you Fusion for free, which is a great reason to win.
Yeah.
Like giving someone, you know,
Although
a great...
I hate when I accidentally press it and then it has to load and I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, the Ronin!
Haha.
You didn't want the Ronin to win.
That's how I stick my tongue out.
All right, next. The smartphone of the year.
Oh,
this is
God.
really interesting. Huh. Wait, does DPreview adhere to... Okay, if they're adhering to...
Popularity vote, Apple.
Popularity vote, Apple. If they're adhering to actual, like...
Specs.
specs that...
Probably Google. Actually, no.
The Mate 20 Pro
Yeah.
got the best score out of all the phones ever.
That's true.
So maybe that one, but probably the Pixel... The 3, not the XL. Interesting. I kind of want to know what they're...
Just for reference of how old your phone is, you have the Pixel 1.
Okay, the runner-up was the Pixel 3.
Oh.
So it didn't win. So I think it's either the XS or the Mat 10 Pro. I don't think the S9 won because it's the oldest one of this bunch.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
That makes sense.
I kind of want to know why.
The iPhone XS faced fierce competition from the Google Pixel 3 this year, and from a pure still image quality standpoint, the Pixel 3 wins hands down. But the iPhone XS takes the top spot overall thanks to a more rounded feature set that includes class-leading video, reliable AF, wide color capture, and HDR display of imagery, plus a range of improvements over the original iPhone X.
I'm confused though. The Pixel has actual image stabilization for video, where the iPhone is not as good.
Maybe they didn't know that because you don't work there. You just gotta go get a job over there and be like, hey, people.
Best prosumer drone, definitely the Mavic 2 Pro. Let's see what the runner-up was. Mavic Air. Yeah, who cares about that? Yep, Mavic 2 Pro.
That was like...
I want that.
That
so
was a
bad.
given. I know. I want it too.
Don't you think that camera on a handheld gimbal with a mic input would just be like everyone's dream when it comes to...
That would be great.
To blogging.
That'd be so great.
All right, next up. Best zoom lens. I don't really know which one. The Tamron one.
Oh,
I
really?
saw this somewhere else, yeah.
I was gonna say the 28 to 70.
28.
I like it because it's a fat boy.
That's probably the runner-up. Yep. I think it's too big. That's why they probably didn't give it to it. And this one's like the opposite of that one.
I love the girthiness of the big lenses.
But this one probably took the cake because it's so like light and thin, and it's still a fast lens, and it's
Cake?
really affordable
It's
compared
fast.
to
Can't catch it.
the 24, like the standard 24 to 70. Best prime lens. Actually, I think I saw this one. I think the Sony one.
Really?
Yeah. Runner up.
Not that
is the
big boy?
56.
I was gonna say the
The big
56.
boy.
That's a big boy.
the Sony one.
Yeah. Do we have that?
No.
No.
Kind of wish we did. Because that would be great for blogging too.
Yeah.
1.4. Yeah, that would be amazing. Full frame. All right. Best compact camera. I don't know too much about it, but probably the Sony
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
they just have so much features. The Lumix I think is pretty good too.
The Nikon is the only one that doesn't really look compact. Why? It
Because
looks like a
it's not.
DSLR.
That's the camera that has like 160 zoom or something like that.
But is that not a DSLR? Why
No, you can't change
does
the
it
lenses.
look like it? Oh. Wait,
Sony.
so is mine a DSLR? No.
No, because you don't have a mirror. DSLR is
So what is the Sony A6000 considered?
it's mirrorless. It's a mirrorless interchangeable
But is
lens
it
camera.
Is it considered a compact?
No, because that one has an
It's
attached
so
lens.
little. It's so small.
This is even smaller.
It's so little. It's so small.
Next, best consumer stills video camera. Ooh, this is interesting.
Sony.
What?
Why is
none of the
Canon not even
Panasonic-
here?
Because it's like. I'm kidding. None of the Panasonics made it. Did they not release them? No, they did. I'm confused.
The Sony.
Probably the Sony.
Who's the runner-up? Nikon?
Probably the
Nikon?
Nikon. Yep. The XT3.
I wonder why.
Oh,
Every
what?
year, there's at least one DPreview award category where we struggle to reach a unanimous decision. After a lot of discussion, we awarded first prize in this category to the Fujifilm X-T3. At first glance, very similar to its direct predecessor, the X-T2, this year's model is in fact a major upgrade, offering a substantially improved set of video and stills features. In fact, despite its lack of IBIS, the 4K 60 capable X-T3 is arguably a better 4K video platform than the normal video flagship of the X series, the XH1. Its ability to capture 4K 60p footage in 10-bit even puts it ahead of the latest models in Panasonic's video-centric GH series.
Interesting. I didn't know it could do 10-bit. The X-T3 is pretty new too. Like it came out not too long ago.
Cool.
And it's an APS-C, so it's a bigger sensor than the GH.
I'm cold.
So now, Sony, it's your turn. You gotta come out with the S, man.
Next. Hey, that looks like mine.
Entry-level interchangeable lens cameras.
So cool. Hi, baby.
Canon. Entry-level, probably maybe the Olympus. The Nikon was runner-up. Canon.
Yay. Haha.
It's entry-level though.
Haha.
Best mid-range interchangeable lens.
Sony.
We have the X-T3, probably that one. Oh no, the Sony's gonna win because remember they won. Okay, runner-up, X-T3. Winner, the Sony.
Makes sense.
High-end interchangeable lens.
Look at that Fujifilm big boy. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Look at
Will
the
it
sensor
win?
compared to like.
yeah, it's great. I want it.
Wow.
Probably the Fuji. That's the runner-up, huh? Is it the
Fuji just
C7?
reminds
No
me because
way.
like growing
What?
up.
Why?
Did you ever in your house when something stunk you would say Fuji? Like, ooh, that's Fuji. I don't know if that's like a Spanish thing or not, but my mom would say it all the
We've
time.
been live for an hour and 5 minutes.
So long.
We have 4 people watching.
Yay.
All right, let's go through this real quick. I think there's like a lot more too. Innovation Award, probably Mavic.
Yeah.
Or the Pixel. The Speedlight, okay. The Pixel, because it has like so much computational technology. It's crazy.
Product of the year. You said it was the Sony, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I was expecting like a lot more. And the winning spot goes to the Sony A3, arguably the best value full frame interchangeable lens camera available right now. The A7 III is a superb versatile camera for both stills and video imaging at a great price. Other cameras in Sony's lineup offer higher still resolutions and some nice extras. But the A7 III takes most of the essentials and packages them inside an attractive, very useful, and affordable body. As such, the A7 III is a worthy winner for our most important award, the best product of 2018. Good job, Sony. All right, and now with that, we are actually
I'm gonna order some pho that rhymed on Postmate because it's soupy weather. I want some soup. Want some soup? You want a pho?
Sure.
Want me to get some pho for you?
Okay. So with that, let's see how the stream quality actually is. If not, I have a backup now. I actually remember to record.
Next time I'll
Maybe
have a
I'll
blanket.
upload that, but
And I'll eat.
I think the sound was a lot better with this microphone. We'll probably look into making this a podcast, even though Anchor doesn't support more than an hour.
That's true. But we'll see.
Maybe we'll just cut it short on Anchor for those people. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video if you liked it and subscribe down below for weekly live streams and news shows and reviews and stuff like that. This is what we do. I hope you enjoyed. This is what we're like unedited.
Yeah.
Is it just
terrible,
as fun?
isn't it?
It's not terrible. It's fun.
All right. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.